What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Oh my gosh. Adrenaline. What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Hilary, and these are a few things that I wish I knew before losing 130 pounds. So go ahead and keep on watching. If you guys don't know, I lost a lot of weight, okay? I used to be big my entire life. I was the fat girl my entire life. And quite recently, I lost a lot of weight, 130 pounds to be exact. I did all of that all by myself, completely naturally. No trainer, no help, no surgery, just me in quarantine, complete isolation, hyper focused on my health. So clearly I've had a few mistakes along the way, and I'm here to share with you what I've learned and the mistakes I've made, and hopefully you can avoid them with your weight loss journey. So the first thing that I wish that I knew before losing all that weight was to drink a lot of water. I started to consume about a gallon of water a day, or just close to a gallon of water a day, when I started to lose about 70 pounds. I found out that drinking a lot of water really helps with increasing your metabolism, which is clearly something you want to do when, you know, burning fat and losing weight with your weight loss journey. You want to make sure that your metabolism isn't slowed down or isn't destroyed. That way you're burning fat, that way you are digesting your food faster, and when you do that, you don't have that feeling of being bloated, which is something that I felt a lot. You know, me and bloating, we're like this. The next thing I wish I knew was that sleep is literally your best friend. I suffer from insomnia. I still do, you know, some nights I still suffer from insomnia. So when I don't get enough sleep, I kind of wake up feeling very heavy. So when you're sleeping, your body is at rest, which means that your body is recovering from the workout that you had that day, and you are still continuing to burn calories while you are at rest. Getting a good 8-hour slumber is very important, especially if you are into weight training like I am. I love to weight train. Weight training is literally like my passion. So it's very important for me to implement a good amount of sleep into, you know, my fitness routine, just so that my muscle fibers get enough recovery, and I try to prevent any injuries with that. So the next thing that I learned, or I wish that I learned before my weight loss journey, and I learned the hard way, is that starving yourself or putting your body in starvation mode can actually make you bloated or give you that appearance of, you know, puffiness, especially around your stomach. I learned this because clearly I felt like I was starving myself because, you know, I had to change my diet and my eating habits and the times that I would eat and the amount of food that I would eat. So I felt very restricted, and sometimes I would over restrict myself. When I started off, like the very beginning, I would try to eat like once a day, which clearly didn't work out. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Okay, eating once a day? Okay. But that clearly is not a healthy eating habit. Over restricting yourself and not consuming food throughout the day, or enough food throughout the day for your body to continue to fuel on, can put your body in starvation mode, and that ultimately means that your body is literally just holding on to the already existing fat that is in your body. If you are not consuming enough food or enough water, you can become bloated, and you can also destroy your metabolism. You don't want a slow metabolism. You want to make sure your metabolism is as fast as possible, so that it is digesting food as fast as possible and not feel heavy and not feel like you are not making progress. So a slow metabolism can ultimately be the outcome for starving yourself, because your body thinks that you are in the middle of a desert and you have no access to food, so it is literally eating itself, just hanging on to the fat that is already stored in your body. So you're really just not doing yourself a good favor. So another thing that I wish I knew, or I learned throughout my weight loss journey, is that carbs are not the enemy. Carbs are not the enemy. In fact, you need carbs to feel energized. I actually was keto for a good amount of time during my weight loss journey, and I found out that the more I lived on this keto lifestyle, the more unsustainable it was was, and I couldn't keep up with it. I thought that because I was on keto, because my body was in ketosis, that I was actually losing weight because of that was like the sole purpose, but I was ultimately in a caloric deficit, which means that I was just consuming less calories than I was burning throughout the day, which made me lose weight. But most importantly, it made me lose water weight, and I thought that, you know, that was like, oh my god, and I just stuck to it. It did help me lose some weight, but as I started to really get into weightlifting and weight training, and I didn't really have as much body fat to burn off as I did in the beginning of my weight loss journey, living the keto lifestyle became more and more difficult, and my body was just going under a lot of repercussions because of it. One of the things that my body couldn't do was poop. I couldn't poop. I was constipated. I was so scared. I was scared that I couldn't use the restroom because my body was not consuming enough carbs, and you know, fiber is also in carbs. So I literally was constipated, and that also made me bloated. Oh my god. Like I said, me and bloating are like this. We are yin to the yang. I was so confused. Like, I thought I was doing everything right. I had this pattern going on, you know, this fitness pattern going on. I just hit a wall, and it made me hit so many plateaus, and I became very sluggish because of it as well. Carbs, they give you energy, and I was not consuming any carbs or enough carbs, and I just really was so dependent on, you know, caffeine and pre-workouts as a source of energy to fuel my workouts. And baby, I don't lift light, I lift heavy. I'm a heavy lifter, you know. Well, in terms of a regular civilian female who likes to lift weights, I lift heavy. So just not fueling my body and getting enough carbs before my workouts or after my workouts to fuel my body was a big problem. It really slowed down my metabolism over time. It made me constipated, you know, kept me sluggish, made me bloated all the time. It wasn't anything. I had to break free. I was like, enough is enough. I was tired of being scared of carbs, and I started to implement carbs back into my life again. And not just any carbs, but complex carbs. You have your simple carbs and you have your complex carbs. Complex carbs are actually packed with more nutrients, and they make you fuel throughout the day. They just fill you up. Think of the healthier version of carbs, like your wheat breads and your pastas and your fruits and some veggies as well, like potatoes. Simple carbs are basically like fries, burgers. Unhealthy. They're just not healthy. They don't have enough nutrients to help you make you feel full. I don't know why that's so hard to say. Make you feel full. I just started to slowly implement carbs back into my diet. I love fruit. I love oatmeal. Girl, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I am an oatmeal fanatic. I eat that every morning for breakfast. Oatmeal with a pear or an apple with some peanut butter, melted peanut butter, and some almond nuts. So it's good. Try it, and if you do, tag me. That leads me on to the next thing that I wish I knew, or that I learned throughout my weight loss journey, and that is everything is good in moderation. It's so important to understand this rule, because I started my weight loss journey in the state of isolation. I started on my weight loss journey quarantine. I had all the time in the world just to hyper focus on my health and myself. And now that everything is kind of opening up a little bit, you know, with caution, clearly, having that social life and still trying to maintain my weight loss is something that I have to learn again. It's like this whole thing is a learning process, literally. And if I want that social life, if I want to be social and still be aware of what I am consuming into my body, then I need to realize that it's okay to have that cookie. It's okay to have a piece of cake. It's okay to have some Chinese food, as long as you have it in moderation. In fact, it's so important to not over restrict yourself, because when you do over restrict yourself, you just end up binging, and we don't want that, because that literally reverses all the hard work that you put into your health that day or that week. I would struggle with binge eating with my weight loss journey, because I would over restrict myself at times, and that in return just literally reversed all the hard work that I did that week. So it was very frustrating. Now that I am maintaining this weight and I'm living my life, living now that I'm living this life after losing all that weight, it's now time to learn that it's okay to, you know, let loose. I'm not really much of an alcohol drinker, so it was easy to just cut off alcohol. I don't really drink alcohol, and I mean, I'm just that type of person that just really isn't like too keen on alcohol, the taste of it, no matter what. I don't care how much sugar you put into that drink, I can taste the alcohol. I don't want to taste alcohol. That's fine, but like having pizza, having pasta, going out to eat, you know, that's all good in moderation. Just, you know, make sure that you are really looking out for your portions and you are really controlling the amount of food that you eat, and you just keep that in mind. So that is basically it for this video. I am in no way a professional. These are just things that I have learned and I have failed at throughout my weight loss journey, throughout the last year that I've spent losing weight. So hopefully you guys, you know, do your own research on the things I said and implement it into your daily fitness routine. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what else you want to see in the next video down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.